What's up, guys? It's Evan here. I am in the bustling metropolis of Nanton in southern Alberta for the WRPF Nationals. Can't wait to bring you guys the best rock and roll sports broadcast in powerlifting history. Tune in, let's go. Let's see what the city has to offer. Look at the size of that thing. Look at that one. Look at that one. They're everywhere. Wow. 12 o'clock high. Look at that. Let's go. That's a bombardier, right? No, front. Oh, we were down at the store and they said, you're in Alberta, you gotta have a dip. And I said, what's a dip? Yeah, I want a dip. We're supposed to swallow it, right?
Man, I don't think you're supposed to swallow it.
No? Oh man, I don't feel so good. Decidedly Fit, let's go! Leslie Gurr here from Decidedly Fit. Leslie is one of our WRPF officials and a significant coach in the sport.
So we have 23 athletes in total coming out of the Nanton area that train out of Decidedly Fit, ranging from the ages of 11 up to 71.
It seems to me like there's a pretty good culture here for the strength community, and I think a lot of that is due to people like yourself and Jenny McMasters, who we'll talk to in a little bit.
Absolutely.
What's your perception on that? How has it grown in the last couple of years in Nanton?
Jenny and I started in Big Jim's Little Gym, which was a little gym in a garage here in town. And suddenly we decided maybe she was strong. And she was. She broke a world record her first meet out. I decided to open this. Wasn't even sure if it would work. Thought we could put a restaurant in if it didn't. And it's worked. It's been a great adventure for us. We're 6 years in now. You can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, Decidedly Fit webpage. Instagram's probably the easiest one. Just message me on Decidedly Fit. I have an intake form that we put everybody through and get you started, and then we try to do one-on-one if we can get to you in person, but if not, we can still do it through video. Modern world. What you'll find is if you walked into a meet with no experience, is they would 100% welcome you into the community. They would help you the day of the meet. Most people are willing to help you get on the platform and off the platform.
Thought it would be great to show you what the coaches are looking for, what the judges are looking for in a squat. So we'll get Leslie to quickly walk me through a squat. Let's go.
Wait, let me just show you how to squat.
No, I can do this. I can do.
Okay. I think we should.
Yeah, I probably need some help.
Okay, so first off, you want to get your feet rooted into the floor, so you're not swimming around here like spaghetti legs.
Okay.
Okay, so I call it corkscrewing the feet. So corkscrew your feet in, okay? Second piece, from here to here in a squat never changes. So when you go down, nothing changes when you squat from there. You don't lean forward, you don't close it, you don't shorten it.
Right.
Okay? Third, brace your core. So when we brace our core, we think of it as a cylinder and we fill the whole cylinder with air. Not up here, down there. Okay? Can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be better.
So we're gonna come out of the rack, step back, slow and controlled, root the feet, root the legs in, brace your core. Drive down, notice that distance doesn't change the whole squat. And up.
I'm a professional, guys. If you're watching at home, I'm a professional.
We're gonna get him in his first
I'll
meet
get there, I'll get
sometime.
Okay.
So you're gonna root those feet.
All right.
We're gonna brace the legs, brace that core. Now keep that chest high so your sternum to your belly button doesn't change. Much better. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. And up.
Is that a record? That was a record, right?
That must be a record.
You guys saw that, right? So we're going to head to the back area here. We're going to see the warm-up area where athletes are getting ready to come out here and send it on the platform. So we got a few racks back here. Our athletes are warming up in the back area here, the arena, getting ready to come out here and get started on the first lift of the day, which is going to be squats. So here we are. Almost died on a barbell there. Coming around the other side. So athletes are going to be coming around from the back area here, heading onto the platform when their name is called and getting ready to start off with squats. After squats, we're going to go into bench and then deadlift. Good morning, Laura. So on the left-hand side, we've got all of our volunteers and officials over here. We've got a whole sponsor table area in the back. So we're going to show you some of these cool sponsors that showed up to sell some of their sweet swag. So on the left-hand side, we got Misfit showed up with some sweet swag here. What's up, Misfit?
How you guys doing today?
We're good. We're getting ready for day 2 here. Morning, Dave.
Good morning, morning.
So we got Dave here from Kodiak.
How's it going, fans?
So we got some sweet swag here from Kodiak too, so if you guys are looking them up, got some awesome apparel for lifting as well. A couple other sponsors here, Renegade Nutrition. Looks like we got Valkyrie here on the left as well. And we got the Iron Rebel crew over here again, day 2. Morning, Iron Rebel.
Hey there, how's it going?
Iron Rebel, the Promenade, looks like one of the local shops here in Nanton. Brought some cool stuff. And we got Kate over here from Resolute Strengthwear. Don't worry, I won't put you on the spot. And Resolute showed up with all kinds of swag. They have all kinds of lifting equipment, apparel for strongman athletes, for powerlifting athletes. Check them out, resolutestrengthwear.com. Remember to give us a follow here on Instagram, right below here, Evan Porter Media. And we're just going to work our way back here, and we're going to have a quick chat with our meet director, Jenny McMasters. Good morning. So this is Jenny McMasters, our meet director. How are you this morning?
I'm very tired, but I'm good. Happy to be here.
A lot of hours and effort, blood, sweat, and tears go into putting these events on. A lot of volunteers as well. So Jenny, today is day 2. What can people expect to happen today?
Oh, there's going to be lots and lots and lots of weight moved. We've got a couple fellas in the afternoon, well, not in the afternoon, I guess in this morning, and our third flight today. One guy's going to open up over 1,000 pounds on his squat. Another fella's got over 900 pounds on his squat. So there's going to be a lot of weight moved and a lot of young junior lifters this morning as well. So it's exciting.
Tell us about some of the volunteers that have helped out, and so who's helped you put all this on?
Oh gosh, everybody's helped put it on. We got Leslie and the Decidedly Fit crew. She's awesome for bringing in all the volunteers, all our referees from all over the place, all our vendors. You guys are awesome. Evan Porter Media, Film Factory, they're so good. We've got some competitors from yesterday that are spotting and loading, and that's the hardest job ever. They lift more weight than anybody does, and for them to do it 2 days in a row is unreal.
And tell us about where we are, where is Nanton, and tell us about the strength community. We talked to Leslie Gurr, and that was on the opening there, just talking to her as well. The pre-show you guys just saw about how the strength community in Nanton seems to be growing. What's your perception on that?
Oh, it's growing. Yeah, Leslie's got, she's got a lot of young kids that go to her gym here. We're a really small town. I think we're just over 2,000 people here. We're 45 minutes south of Calgary, an hour north of Lethbridge. So those are the 2 big city centers. And yeah, Leslie's got a gym here, and she does amazing things with a lot of the kids and dryland training for hockey and whatever sport. And she's got a bunch of us old gals in there doing stuff. So it just keeps growing and growing. She's got people from all the surrounding communities too, and it's just awesome. She does great.
If somebody's watching, and I hope it's one of you guys, if they're watching this right now, they're interested in getting involved with powerlifting or coming out and volunteering and helping these events happen, how can they go about contacting you?
Well, depending on where they are, if they're in BC, they can contact WRPF British Columbia. If they're in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, WRPF Prairie Region, or they can just go to WRPF Canada and they'll get put in the right direction.
Right on. Any other messages for the viewers this morning?
Well, if you can, come down here and see you. We've got like amazing sponsors with some really good stuff here. Come buy some of their swag.
Right on. Thanks so much for taking a hot second to talk to us, Jenny.
Thank you.
Hopefully today is as awesome as yesterday was.
Thank you.
And back to you, Jeff. Let's go! Good morning. I'm at the host table here, our little broadcast table. I'm going to introduce to you my wonderful co-host, Marth Henry.
Hey guys. Morning. Hey guys, good morning.
Marth came down from Calgary to spend the weekend with us co-hosting, so thank you so much for taking some time for that. They're singing the national anthem. Hang on a second. Sorry about that brief interruption, but we will never apologize for the Canadian national anthem. So we had to take a brief pause there, but we're back. Lifting sounds like it's just about to get started. Today, as we mentioned, is day 2. Yesterday, we had the tested group come through, and then we had the little guys. So we had a bunch of little kids that came through. They came through and deadlifted. It was awesome to see all the little guys doing that. And today, we've got the untested group.
Yeah, the untested, and I heard that it was like kind of a mix of the juniors as well. So
it's gonna be all over the board.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see some of those huge squats that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, honestly, I was talking to one of the athletes who's going to be competing today, Brad Shepard. If you guys don't know him, he recently just broke the Canadian record of like heaviest squat of all time in Canada at 1,003 pounds. So unreal to witness that live at the Pirates of the Platform meet. So yeah, make sure to check him out on the live stream today. He's going to be in Flight B. So
sorry to interrupt.
no, it's all good.
Yeah, so we're getting started off with squats. We've got a mono lift here set up, and it looks like lifting is just about to begin. The first lifter is on deck, waiting to come out. They're going to call platform ready. And for everyone who's watching right now, if you're not super familiar with this sport, if you're kind of newer to powerlifting, Martha and I are going to do the best job we can to explain the rules as things are happening. So we're going to cut to the action, and here comes our first lifter.
All right, so up first we have Georgie Visser, 17 years old in wraps. She's going to be squatting 50 kilos, 110 pounds.
That's no lift for Georgie. She'll come back and get that again.
I believe that was a call for commands. Yeah, it looks like one of the side judges called her for just like skipping the commands a little bit on the down.
All junior lifters, so everybody lifting here is under the age of 24 years old.
Honestly, being the first squat out, though, it's always the most nerve-wracking.
Yeah, we were talking about yesterday how, you know, the nerves of an athlete at a powerlifting competition can really get the better of you.
Yes.
Sometimes, and it kind of takes experience to sort of settle that and settle the nerves.
Exactly.
But getting that first squat under your belt and having it count kind of takes some of that away. Here's that squat. Sophie Schultz, 110 pounds on the bar for her, 50 kilograms, and she got that one. So if you're just tuning in, there are 3 referees located around the platform. There's going to be one of the referees dead set in front of the platform, and then side referees. Can we get a shot of the refs? And these referees are looking for specific criteria to determine whether or not the lift is good. So the head ref is in the front. They're the person that calls if the platform's ready, the athlete comes out, and then all 3 referees are looking for certain things.
Up next, we have Kendra Roth. She's 18 years old, squatting in wraps with 55 kilos, 121 pounds.
Kendra is coached by Leslie Gurr, who is standing off to the side getting some of the iPhone footage there. And she got that one, so that's good. A few things that referees are looking for in the squat. One of the biggest ones is called depth. So they're trying to make sure that when people are squatting that they're coming down low enough. So if they don't go low enough, then the referees will say that lift is no good. If they do come low enough, then they could get a white light. Another couple of things they need to do is they need to follow commands. So just to make sure that everyone's doing the same thing all the time, the referees will tell them, you know, squat, and that's when the athlete will start the squat. Then when they do the squat, come back up, the refs will tell them to rack it. If they jump the gun a little bit and they do something before they're supposed to, the lift is no good. So it's very important to follow the commands. So there's the squat command there. It did look like she kind of jumped the gun a little bit at the beginning, so I don't know if the refs are going to give that to her. They did, so that's good. So she got that one. So traditionally, the referees on the side of the platform are going to be looking for depth because their kind of viewpoint is really good to observe depth. The referee in the front is kind of looking more for general mistakes or jumping the command sort of thing. Each one of those referees has a paddle, like a remote control that goes to a light. So there'll be a box of lights, 3 lights.
Oh, it looks like...
So there's a little bit of confusion on the platform there.
Maya, you're on deck, and Montana, you're in the hole.
Oh, it looks like Maya took
the wrong lift.
the wrong lift. She took the lift of Emily's from before. So
got a lot of first-time lifters, young lifters.
Yeah, just kind of like nervous. I'm sure everyone's just kind of a little stressed out. But I remember me on my first meet, I was like extremely nervous. So yeah, no, these ladies are doing fantastic. They're holding themselves up very well.
I had the luxury of being at like 25 meets before I did a meet, so I knew exactly what to expect. That was a pause squat there.
It was like a nice pause.
It could be that maybe she was waiting for the ref to tell her to come back up. I'm not sure what happened there. I think she started too soon.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
Something to do with the commands anyway.
Okay. So now we have Maya, who previously went before, and she's going to be doing the weight of 95 kilos, 210 pounds. 15 years old. That's amazing. Kind of wish I started a lot earlier.
Oh, me too. Me too. You see the juniors?
Yeah.
And all the young people getting into the sport and how strong they get, how quickly they get it?
Yeah.
It's wild. That's a good deep squat.
But like, I don't just think it's just about the strength. I think it's also even like building the discipline and building
totally.
like
and the community.
Like, exactly, like community, but you're also building these like habits that are going to help you throughout your life, you know, like going to sleep at a good time and making sure you're eating enough and eating enough protein and just like, you know,
a lot of foundational
keep yourself
things.
accountable.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Red Bull, if you're out there, remember, if you're watching the show, Red Bull gives you wings.
All right, up next, we have Montana Durand, 21 years old. She's going to be squatting 110 kilos, 242 pounds in sleeves.
Let's go, Montana. She's getting underneath that bar. She looks serious this morning. She's ready to go.
Yeah. I think honestly, like look, as we were talking about yesterday, just like kind of getting over your first squat and getting over those nerves is like super important, you know? Because once you're on the board, it's just like a breeze, you know? Because then you're allowed to just chill out and have fun with it, you know?
Yeah. What we don't want to see today is somebody bombing out. And if you're not sure what we're talking about, so basically the flow of the event, every athlete will come out and get a chance to squat 3 times. They get 3 attempts at the squat. When they switch over to bench press, they get 3 more attempts at that. And then deadlift, they're going to do 3 attempts at that. So what the danger is, if they get 3 unsuccessful attempts at any one of those lifts, they're disqualified from the event, which we call bombing out.
Exactly.
So what we don't want to see is 3 unsuccessful attempts from anybody here today. Hopefully that doesn't happen. It almost happened yesterday. Isabella Peters out here, 117.5 kilograms, 259 pounds. That looked like a good, no.
Oh,
she got 3 red lights on that
one. High. Yeah, it was
could be depth.
Called on depth a little bit. Oh, that's okay.
Athletes are encouraged to ask questions to the referees when they do get a red light to find out what the red light was for and learn from that mistake. Cassidy, I think Conahan or Conahan. I think Conahan. 117.5 kilograms, 259 pounds on the bar for Cassidy.
Guys, this lady is a beast. She's in the 48 kilo weight class, squatting 117.5 kilos. 23 years old.
It's crazy, the ratio, the body weight to lift weight ratio is wild.
Yeah. 3 white lights. Awesome, awesome squat. Yeah, make sure to keep an eye on this chick. Like, I saw her at the Pirates of the Platform meet, and she was incredible. Like, super strong, yeah. Body weight to weight ratio. And like, she keeps composure throughout all her lifts, and it's just like really awesome to see a lifter with like so much potential in the sport.
Yeah, the lifters are going to be divided into groups. The groups are actually called flights. So if you hear us talking about flight A, flight B, flight C, it just means the particular group of athletes, because they'll come out together, and they're usually grouped together by weight classes. And ages and stuff.
Yeah, and usually like how much weight they're going to be lifting. So.
Right.
All right, up next we have Mackenzie Cameron, 22 years old. She's going to be squatting 132.5 kilos, 292.1 pounds.
I believe Mackenzie is a local.
Three white lights for Mackenzie. Beautiful squat. And I love her outfit. It's all matching.
I've seen Mackenzie at a few different events. I think she recently got into powerlifting and is kind of really falling into it.
Yeah.
Kimberly Odell up next with 135 kilograms or 297.6 pounds on the bar for Kim. That's a legit squat for an opener. So an opener is the first lift, and usually it's recommended that the opener be not that heavy to make sure you get on the board, because like we said, you don't want to bomb out, right?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to lower your attempt weight once you have that weight submitted. So for instance, if an athlete said that they wanted 200 kilograms and they were unsuccessful, you can't lower it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important to start low and your opener lift and then work your way up. Here comes Kimberly now, 297.6 pounds. Wait for that command. She got the rack
Beautiful
command.
squat by Kimberly.
3 white lights. Great.
Yeah, especially with your first squat, I would definitely recommend for everyone to open with something that you know you could do for like even 3 reps on a bad day, because you just want to make sure that you're on the board, you don't miss anything. Once you get over that first squat, you can kind of like play around with it like strategy-wise if you are like competing for the podium or if you just want to have fun with it. But just get on the board. That's like super important,
Yeah, like we said, you don't want to bomb out. You don't want to overshoot your opener lift. You want to make sure that everything's good. It's all doable, and then go, shoot from there.
Exactly.
We see Coach Darrell Petty's over there in the black t-shirt and backwards hat. Looks like he is handling our next lifter, who's Sani. I'm not too sure how to pronounce her name. S-A-N-N-E.
San?
San?
I don't know.
I always get the name wrong.
Yeah.
And then somebody sends me a DM on Instagram.
We apologize, you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's going to be opening up with 140 kilos, 308.6 pounds. Looks like she's just getting set, getting super tight.
Got some great camera angles for all y'all. Look at that squat.
Perfect.
Yep. There's some effort behind that.
3 white lights. And you guys see how she looks like at that front judge, just to make sure that, you know, eye contact, to make sure that she can get that down command as soon as she can, because yeah, you're holding a lot of weight on your back, so you want to make sure that you can get out of there as fast as you can.
And there's just so many things that they're looking for too. Like they want to make sure that your legs are straight and your knees are locked out before you get the start
Exactly.
command. And that when you do come back up, that they're locked out again, and you're fully in control of the lift.
Yes.
Is the most important thing. You have to show that you're in control of it.
Exactly.
Another thing that the judges are looking for that you're gonna probably see happen today is once that bar path comes down, it has to come back up in one fluid motion.
Yeah.
If
No
the
downward motion.
Right. So on the way back up, if that bar comes down but then back up again, it's no good. So there's a lot of little rules out here. It'll seem like the refs are nitpicking, but it's to make sure that it's an even playing field for everybody.
Exactly. All right, so we're on a second squat attempts right now. We have Georgie. She's going to be taking 50 kilos. I believe she's repeating that.
She's rocking the A7
And
pink singlet.
I believe.
Could be depth. So
Oh no. Okay. Let's hope she can get this on her third. So this is kind of what we were talking about, you guys, with you know, making sure that you don't bomb out or anything. She missed her first and her second squat attempts. She has to get this on her third, or else her total does not contribute towards like her open powerlifting, and it's just like she doesn't have a chance at, you know, winning against her in her weight class.
she's basically disqualified if she doesn't make that next lift.
Exactly. She can still continue her bench press and deadlift, but it just won't contribute towards her total. So let's hope she gets this on her third.
Kendra Roth back out here, 62.5 kilograms or 137.8 pounds for Kendra. Kendra has wraps on today. She has knee wraps on, and her coach Leslie Gurr is off to the side watching.
It's actually super interesting. Like, so many of these young girls have wraps on today. I've actually never dabbled with wraps.
I've never
for my
used
squat.
wraps, yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeves.
I'm just like a little intimidated, to be honest.
Yeah, but wraps, yeah.
Yeah, because especially with like a good wrap, it's just like sometimes it does.
So
you know,
those, there's the wraps there. They're taking
Exactly,
the
yeah.
orange wraps off
Yeah.
as fast as they can, because there's a lot of pressure. You can see almost the blood returning to that,
Yeah.
that area of her leg.
It basically like cuts off circulation like in your leg, but it really helps you in like your squat, especially to like when you're utilizing like the down and just coming out of that hole super quick.
Here's another lifter with wraps, Sophie Schultz. 65 kilograms, 143.3 pounds on the bar for Sophie. She's gonna take that for a ride. There's the squat. That was fast. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put some weight on the bar, Sophie.
I also love how she's utilizing the monolift for like what it's meant for, especially with wraps. You'll notice that a lot of athletes who have their knees wrapped, they will actually just stay underneath the bar, and they won't take a step back. And that's why it's nice that we have the monolift, because you're able to remove the safeties underneath it if you wanted to step back or if you just wanted to stay in place. So that's the difference between the monolift versus an adjustable rack.
If you are tuning in and watching us live, a couple of little points for you. You can leave comments in the chat section on this video. We'll respond to that. Or if you want us to give a shout out to your lifters, we want to hear you guys loud in the chat. If you give us a like on this video here, YouTube will understand that it's a great video and they'll try to share it with more people.
Emily taking 80 kilos on her second, and let's hope she gets the 3 white lights. Perfect.
There it is.
All right, she's on the board. That's awesome.
And then Maya is up next. Maya Pointer with 100 kilograms, 220.4 pounds on the bar for Maya. She's 15 years young.
Wow. Honestly, it's really nice to see all these young lifters, especially like using the monolift. Like I remember at Shell Shock when I first used it, I was super intimidated by it. It's just like this like big, scary like squat rack, you know?
I've never competed with a monolift.
with a good lift. Isabella's coming up next with 200.
All right, guys, you can also see our pit crew working really hard today. These guys are going to be taking off weights and adjusting racks all day. Like, they're going to be exhausted. So shout out to our volunteers for coming out for the weekend and helping make this event happen.
A lot of hard work. There's some people on the platform that are volunteering today that lifted yesterday. And it looks like our platform chief is Andrew Morkin. He's in the back there with the camo hat and the black Kodiak shirt. Isabella out here to take her second attempt, 120 kilograms or 264.5 pounds. She's 16 years old. That depth is good. Wait for the rack command. There it is. I don't see why she wouldn't get 3 white lights. There it is, 3 white lights.
That's awesome.
So yeah, the referees are paying attention to, you know, are they following the commands? Did they get deep enough and perform the lift properly? Did they have the strength and the control?
Exactly. All right, up next we have Montana, who's gonna be squatting 120 kilos, 265 pounds. I love this chick. She is so feisty. She's like super focused on all of her lifts, making sure she listens to those commands. Yes, come on, girl.
Oh,
Awesome.
that was a grind there. She got really deep on that.
Yeah, but really great recovery. You can kind of see she had a little issues like at her sticking point, right?
Yeah.
So you'll notice a lot of different lifters, everyone's sticking point is like varies, right? Some people it's like right out of the hole, some people it's like at the top, so it's really interesting.
Yeah, people will experience more difficulty at certain range of motion. Everybody's body is built a little bit differently. Cassidy's on her way back out here again, 125 kilograms, 275.5 pounds on the bar for her. 23 years old. She's rocking an Adidas singlet, which I have never seen before. That could be an Olympic singlet.
Yeah, probably.
Nice and deep for Cassidy.
Awesome.
And that's probably going to be a good one. 3 white lights for her.
This chick is so strong, guys. 48 kilo weight class, and she just squatted 125 kilos. That's amazing.
So the lifters are coming out here and they're passing on their next attempt weight to the expediter. That's what the athlete was doing over there with the clipboard. And we got Kimberly Odell getting ready to come out. She's over getting some of that ammonia smelling salts in there, getting hyped up. She's got a very sparkly belt on this morning. A7 singlet, one of the sponsors of this event this weekend. Shout out to A7.
Guys, this is such a big squat. Like, she's squatting 315, like 3 plates on each side. I remember, like...
At 15 years old.
Is it 15? It says a junior. I don't know, 20 to 23. No, she must be 20 to 23.
Oh, yeah,
I think
you're
the
right.
15's a typo.
Oh, yes, it is.
But still, squatting 315, that's like a huge milestone for most people, you know? And she's taking this for a ride on her second attempt.
Nice and deep.
Come on, girl.
Get up, get up there.
Perfect.
Wait for it. She's pumped. She got that.
All smiles right
smiles,
there.
yeah.
I love it.
I'd like to see you capture that with a webcam.
Yeah. Honestly, it's so great to see, like, you know, when you're working so hard for a goal and then it's like you crush it in the competition and it's just like, you're like, wow, I like just did that. So
Oh, yeah.
it's a great feeling.
There's an awesome sense of community here, too. And it's like, we'll talk to a few people during the breaks and have some interviews for you guys and talk about the community and what the culture is like. But it seems like people just want to see effort. Like, yes, we want to see the cool lifts. Yes, we want to see somebody squat 1,000 pounds. But like, you could also see like we were seeing earlier, just, you know, the smallest person could come out and lift, you know, a weight that's quite a bit less than 1,000 pounds. But you can see the effort and the energy and effort behind it, and people love that. They really applaud effort.
All right, up next we have Mackenzie Cameron. She's going to be squatting 147.5 kilos, 325.1 pounds.
We're giving you the weights in kilograms and pounds because powerlifting is conducted in kilograms, but we kind of all understand pounds. So we're trying to make that relatable for you. Nice deep squat for Mackenzie. Oh, she's fighting that one.
I love the grind.
Yeah.
Great lift.
She made it up. 3 white lights for her.
And that's a good lift
Okay, honestly, that was definitely like a good second attempt. It's like you don't want it to look something like you could have done for an opener, but you don't want it to be too challenging where you have nothing in the tank. Like a second should be like you push yourself a little bit, but it's like maybe just a little bit under your PR. All right, up next we have, sorry, I might mispronounce this, San Junk. She's going to be squatting 150 kilos, 330.7 pounds. In the junior category. Oh, I believe she got called on depth. Yeah, both. Oh, was it? Okay. Okay, it was good then.
So you're going to hear a lot of record attempts. We'll let you know when people are coming out and attempting records here as we understand that it's happening.
Yeah.
But those records are determined by weight class and category. So yesterday, for example, we saw like 5 different world records.
All right, we have Georgie, who's going to be squatting.
She needs this squat right now. Wait for it, wait for it.
Come on.
She needs it. She got
it.
Okay, so
3 white lights.
that was a do or die situation for Georgie because she failed her first 2 squats. And if she had failed that third one, she'd been disqualified from the event. So we're really glad to see that
she
she
kept
made
composure. She was focused, and it was nice to just see her come out there and do everything she needed to make that squat.
Looks like we got Kendra coming out here next. The score table is just trying to figure out the numbers here before they call her out.
All right, I think they just have to update on the screen what they're going to be doing.
Little bit of a computer glitch there for the score table, so we're just waiting for them to get that sorted out, and our next lifter will come out here. If you're just tuning in, remember to follow us on Instagram, because remember, it's all about the gram these days. So get on the Instagram, give me a follow, Evan Porter Media, and my wonderful co-host who's heading off to, where are you going to compete?
I'm going to be competing at American Pro at the end of October, so be sure to check out my Instagram and give me a follow if you'd like to follow me on my journey.
And we encourage that.
All right, up next we have Kendra. She's going to be squatting 70 kilos, 154 pounds. I believe this will be a PR for her if she gets this. From what I know, I'm competing with her. Oh, 2 white lights. That's all you need.
She's happy about that.
Yeah, so as Evan was saying earlier, there's the 3 judges, and they have the option of giving you a red or white light, and you just require 2 white lights in order for it to be a good lift. So 2 out of the 3, that's sufficient.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Big shout out to the Film Factory who's helping us put on this incredible event. All the equipment here, and the president, Jeff Myers, is here switching this live. You can't see him, but he's been behind. He's the man behind the curtain today. Platform's ready.
All right, up next we have Sophie. She's going to be squatting 85 kilos, 187.4 pounds in wraps.
There's a big breath in, bracing.
Perfect.
You know what? That looked pretty easy for her.
Yeah. Man,
3
honestly,
white lights.
That could have been an opener.
Yep.
I just love the fact that these young girls are coming out here and they're part of the sport. Powerlifting can definitely be an intimidating thing for a lot of people, you're just lifting heavier weight, and it just seems like you've seen it in movies and shows of these big guys lifting weights, but honestly, the strength community is amazing. You meet some of the nicest and sweetest people, so ambitious, and they just want to help you and support you,
We'll be talking to a lot of people today that are going to echo those exact words.
All right, Emily, she's going to be taking 90 kilos, 198 pounds for her third.
Let's see it, Emily.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
I kind of have a feeling that maybe on her first she paused because maybe she thought that she was supposed to get an up command.
Yeah, I think so too.
It seems like it was her first meet, and like the judges kind of just told her what she did wrong, and then she corrected it right away. So that's awesome.
That's why it's so important to ask.
Yeah,
When you
exactly.
If something doesn't go right, ask what happened.
Yeah, like you're literally like there's nothing to lose because like, it's gonna help you. Like use it to your advantage, right?
Next lifter up is Maya Pointer, 107.5 kilograms, 237 pounds for Maya. Wow, she buried that. I think she went way too low on that squat and couldn't get it.
Yeah, that was definitely low. You'll notice between lifters, there are some girls who kind of just dip right into the hole right away, and then there's other lifters who are more like slow and controlled going on the way down. So you just kind of have to find out what works for you and like kind of use like your strengths, right?
Right. Yeah, some of these lifters you're going to see drop down very rapidly and then bounce out of that. And some people like to just control the weight so smooth and just come down to the depth and then rise out of it.
Exactly. And I feel like as you progress along with the sport, you'll find out what works best for you, and you might even like switch how it goes, right?
Montana Durand out here, 125 kilograms, 275.5 pounds for Montana, and she intensely gets herself under the bar here. She's finding the groove on her upper back there, on the back of the shoulders, where she wants to hold that bar.
I love this girl's energy. Like,
she's intense. I like it.
And you know, like she literally makes eye contact with that judge because she doesn't want to miss those
so
commands.
close.
She
That
gave
was
it her
close.
all. Yeah. Really nice.
You saw her.
All right. Up next, we have Isabella Peters, 16 years old. She's going to be squatting 127.5 pounds, 281.1 pounds.
See some of the crowd members shouting for Isabel.
Perfect.
Yep.
Honestly, that squat was flawless.
And there's the light box right there we're talking about. If you hear us saying 3 white lights, that's the light box there that we were saying.
Really, really great squat.
All 3 referees have a remote control that says good or bad. If it's good, they get a white light. If it's bad, they get a red light. And so that's what's happening.
All right, up next, we have Cassidy Conagan. 23 years old. She's going to be squatting 132.5 kilos, 292.1 pounds. This chick only weighs 47 kilos, you guys. Like, she's a beast.
All right, Cassidy, let's go. 3rd attempt. That's a lot of weight. It even looks too big. Like, is it? I want to see her get this. Let's go, Cassidy. Get up there. Come on. Fight through it.
Oh, yeah.
There
awesome.
it is.
That is a perfect second attempt.
That
to
was
me.
really
Like,
good. That was her
awesome.
3rd, wasn't it? I think it's her 3rd.
Oh, was it her 3rd?
Yep, we're on to.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No,
yeah,
that
I guess we are.
Might be the end of 2nd. I can't see the
I guess
thing.
we are in 3rds. My bad. But yeah, that was a perfect attempt for her. It looks like she had a little bit left in the tank, but it's like she might be saving her energy for bench and deadlift. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. So basically, in powerlifting meets especially, there's so much strategy that is involved with this, especially if you're like, you know, you're competing for the podium. If you're a big deadlifter, you might want to conserve some of your energy from squat and bench, and you know, make sure you're saving enough for your deadlift so that you're able to get that bigger total that you want.
Kimberly Odell out here for 147.5 kilograms. That's 325 pounds on the bar. That's over 3 plates in the gym. So Kimberly, at a very young age, is going to out-squat most grown men right now.
I love it. I'm all for that.
Oh, not quite
Okay.
there.
I love though that these ladies, they just go for it, you know, even though they might be afraid, they might be like nervous, like it's so good to at least attempt it and then like, you know, just like feel the weight out. And then when you crush that again, it's gonna be such a great feeling knowing that you could do it.
One thing you mentioned earlier was just about having, we were talking about this yesterday too, is about how many more women are coming into the sport. But
yeah.
but you mentioned that that when people think of powerlifting, you think of these big scary dudes with a huge weight and spit flying, and yeah, there's some of that. But I think that really there's so much diversity coming into the sport, and I think it's happening because of women. It's happening because so many women are coming into the sport.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
opening the door for everybody.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
So we want to see more of that.
All right, up next we have, sorry, I'm going to mispronounce it, San. She's going to be squatting 150 kilos.
330 pounds for San, and she is tall. San is a tall woman, which means she's got a long way to go down and a long way to come back up. She's wedging that bar in there. A lot of lifters, you can kind of put the bar in two different places. It's called a high bar squat or a low bar squat. For a low bar, you kind of just generally have that in the back of your delts, the back of your shoulders, and it kind of fits in that little groove. I'm concerned about depth on one side, but we'll see what the judges have to say. Oh, she got called on depth, yeah. Yeah. When you're that tall, you got a long way to go.
Honestly, yeah. And that's the thing, like with like some leverages, right? It's like if you're a super tall person, you gotta keep account for that. Some people might actually widen their stance for that reason to kind of reduce the range of motions. Because if you're a little more narrow, you do have a longer way to go. But just depending on your strengths, you gotta kind of figure that out and figure out your position. All right, up next in the squats, we have Mackenzie Cameron. She's going to be squatting 152.5 kilos, 336.2 pounds. Heaviest squat in this flight so far.
And it's a national record attempt.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if she gets this squat, she'll be the strongest in Canada in this federation and her particular weight class for this squat.
Perfect.
We want to see it.
Let's go, girl.
Let's go, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
Get up there, Mackenzie. Let's go. Oh, you know what? It looked like she was going to make it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Sometimes when it's that difficult, I think that it feels like you're not moving, but you're actually just slowly grinding up. And it looked from where I was standing like if she had just kept the gas on, that maybe she would have made it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think so too. All right, it looks like there's going to be two fourth attempts for a squat. So you're actually able to make a fourth attempt if you previously got your third squat, if you make it, and if you're breaking a national record. So we have a couple of fourth attempts right now that we're going to be doing.
Georgie Visser's on the way. You know what? Oh, it is a... Okay, it is. It's a national record attempt.
This chick is fierce. She missed her first two squats, but made up for it on her third, and now she's going to go for a fourth, hopefully hit this national record. 55 kilos.
Wait for that command, Georgie. There's the squat. Depth was definitely there. Wait for the rack. She's going to get it. No
Beautiful.
way. Yep.
That was so easy.
Another national record attempt.
I kind of have a feeling that, she actually wanted to hit that on her second.
Yeah.
But, the fact that she missed her first and second, she kind of just did this because. All right, and our next squat for a fourth attempt, it's going to be Kendra. She's going to be attempting 72.5 kilos, 160 pounds for this chick. Looks like Leslie or her coach is just wrapping her in the back. So a lot of times, especially if you're wearing knee wraps, you, some people self-wrap, but a lot of times you'll have your coach or handler doing it for you just because you get a little more out of it because they're able to make it tighter.
And here she comes. She's got chalked up. She's ready to get after it. Leslie Gurr, her coach, is standing by. She's getting underneath the bar. Gonna get comfortable. Lifters generally have 1 minute to get out here and do the lift. I don't know if they really time it in WRPF, eh?
Sorry?
I don't know if they timed the lifters. Oh, come on, Kendra, get up there. Oh,
Good
no.
catch, spotters.
Looks like she lost her balance and started
Yeah, a
coming
little bit.
backwards there.
This is literally why we have spotters, you guys. Like, phenomenal job by them. You want to make sure that you're keeping the athletes safe and that the athletes go out there not having to worry in case they do fail a lift, that they are going to be caught, right?
Safety is really important in powerlifting, just making sure that that platform is kept safe,
Yep.
the lifters are kept safe to make it safe for everybody. So some of this stuff can look intimidating and can look like a dangerous thing, but when you have that many people around, there are safety devices we haven't really explained yet either. But yeah, one of the most important things that the platform crew is doing is keeping everybody safe there. If a lifter's going to fail, grab the weight, grab the lifter, make sure they're safe.
Yeah, exactly. Especially as we go into the guys squats, you might see some huge squats today, like probably over 800, 900 pounds, and I'm saying there's going to be like 6, 7 guys around him, making sure that if he falls down, everyone's going to help him back up.
So it looks like we're starting the second flight. Flight B is going to kick it off here, and Aiden Skinner is our first lift at 122.5 kilograms, 270 pounds.
All right, you guys see that? He's like, he's actually whiffing some ammonia salt right before his lift, clear his airways a bit. Some people do it to just get your nerves out of the way. Basically prevents you from just like seeing or thinking about anything in those moments.
This is a national record attempt for Aiden.
On his opener, wow.
He's going to be the strongest in Canada in his weight class if he gets this. There he is, drops into the hole,
yeah.
Boom.
Perfect.
Oh, we're going to see good things from Aiden today, I think. A new national record for Aiden. If you're watching, remember the show is free. We need you to smash that like button right underneath the video. Hit that like button for us. We appreciate all that.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Mark Henry and at Evan Porter Media.
Let's go. It's all about the gram.
It actually looks like we're going to be having 3 flights today.
Lars is up next.
He's going to be opening with 130 kilos, 286.6 pounds in knee reps. Looks like he gets coached by Leslie Gurr. She's a competitive power lifter as well as competitive bodybuilder. Just all around phenomenal strength athlete. Lars getting under the bar.
Let's
setting
go,
up for
Lars.
his first.
You can see the spotters and loaders around him getting ready to keep him safe here. Dylan Murphy on the left-hand side there lifted yesterday, as well as our spotter on the right-hand side lifted yesterday too. Can we get a shot of the head referee? Our head referee today is Aline in the white t-shirt there. Aline is a longtime powerlifter, a volunteer in the WRPF. Volunteers a lot of her time. So there she goes, calling platform ready. So that's the key. The lifters can't come out here till they get that ready command. And here comes Blake Smythe. 130 kilograms, 286.6 pounds on the bar for Blake. Rocking the A7 singlet, the A7 lever belt.
He's got that black and red look going on. I love it.
That was quick.
Oh!
Oop, just missed the rack
Okay,
on that one.
there we go.
And that's why we have spotters.
Yep, exactly. Honestly, sometimes those hooks on the monolift can be a little like tricky at first, especially if you've never used it before. But yeah, you just want to make sure that, you know, as you're going, as you're like re-racking it, you're not just like tossing it. You want to make sure that the spotter does have control of it in case it does fall like that. All right, platform's ready for Colton. He's going to be squatting 150 kilos, 330 pounds in knee wraps. Coached by Leslie Gurr as well, I believe.
There's the wraps there. We will see a squatter later with sleeves, so we'll show you the difference between wraps and sleeves here in a moment. There's the command, getting down into the hole. Get out of there,
yeah.
Colton, let's go.
Beautiful.
That's a good lift. 2 out of 3 lights on that one. I think we're gonna see some big lifts from Colton too. Ethan Stafford up next, Ethan Stafford Mayer. 157.5 kilograms or 347.2 pounds on the bar for Ethan.
And as you can see, like a after he got off the platform, they're just checking his gear, especially when you make a national record or some sort of record. They just want to make sure that your gear is approved and you don't have any extra gear underneath, like your wraps or anything like that. So
It's okay, too late.
Platform is ready for Ethan.
all right, we have Ethan, big whiff of ammonia, taking 157.5 kilos, 347.2 pounds on his squat. This kid looks focused.
There's the breath. Drops into the hole.
Oh yeah, beautiful opener.
Nice and that's what an opener is supposed to look like. Nice
Nope.
and controlled.
Yep, 3 white lights. Nothing bad to say about that at all.
He's on the board. He doesn't have to worry about bombing out.
At 402 pounds, 182 kgs. Lucas is on deck and Aiden is in the hole.
Armin up next. I'm going to take a stab at his last name here, Kachinyan. Armin up next, 182.5 kilograms or 402 pounds for an opener.
Guys, this kid is 19 years old. He's already squatting in the 400s. That is crazy. 400 pounds is like such a big feat for most lifters.
This is literally the part that blows my mind is like,
Yeah.
there are people out there, myself included, I've been lifting for 10 years but not focused on strength training.
Yeah.
And just to come in here and see that these young guys and girls just blow away what most people can do is just unreal. They're getting into it
Beautiful.
younger and younger.
Yep.
That was a great squat. I mean, that's an opener, over 400 pounds.
400 pounds. Wow.
And it continues. Lucas up next. Lucas Oliverio.
All right.
We're doing our best to pronounce the names right here.
Oliverio. He's going to be opening up with 187.5 kilos, 413 pounds on his first squat. You know, now is a great time to be like thanking all of the spotters, you know, keeping the athletes safe.
Lucas is getting himself ready here. Going through a bit of a mental checklist in his head for what he needs to do here. Walks it out. And this athlete's wearing sleeves, so he's a little different than the wraps. You can see he's got neoprene sleeves on instead of wraps. Great squat. These are heavy squats and they're successful openers. Aiden Boyle-Go is up next. I've been watching Aiden for a few years now and he is growing like a weed. I think his first competition was 2 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I believe seeing him when I was competing at when I was competing at my last meet, I think I saw him.
And you can see the way he walks, his legs are very stiff with those wraps on.
Super, super tight knee wraps. Yeah, most of the time, especially if you have like a really good knee wrap, like you won't be able to walk very well. Kind of look like a penguin.
Let's see it,
Oh,
Aiden.
yeah,
Get up
perfect.
there. Oh my goodness.
And for you guys just tuning in right now,
440.
That's how an opener should look. Something you're able to do for like a triple on a bad day, just like kind of get it over with, make sure you're on the board. Like that looks amazing. Really great.
The hype train's starting to roll here for Dylan Finch. He needs to get his thumbs out of those wrist wrap loops. The athletes they're not allowed to keep the loops in their thumbs. I don't want to say anything here out loud. No one seems to have picked up on it yet. He could miss. I don't know if they would take it away from him if they're not going to call it, so he's going to go with it.
It's probably his first competition. Is he 14 years old? I don't think that they...
Oh my goodness, look at that effort.
Okay, 2 white lights.
He got
That's
it.
all
They
you
gave it to
need.
him. So they're going to check him for equipment right now. We're going to see. So anytime a lifter gets a record, the referees need to check him out and make sure that there's no unregulated equipment being used. Even everything that the lifters are wearing is regulated.
Exactly.
So they're just making sure that nobody's hiding anything underneath of their shirts or wrist wraps or anything like that, or knee sleeves. It has happened in the past. People have cheated and hidden stuff underneath of their equipment. So that's what they're doing there. They were just checking them out.
Just don't cheat, guys.
Cheaters never win. You're only cheating yourself.
All right, Christian, he's going to be taking 225 kilos for a spin. Just shy of 500 pounds.
Wow.
Second heaviest squat of this flight so far. Perfect.
Wow. Beautiful squat
Guys,
from Christian.
500 pounds should not move like that.
No.
That was way too fast.
On an opener.
On an opener.
Guy opens up with a casual 500 pounds.
Yeah.
I believe that's an open category lifter. I think he was, yeah. And we're back to the top of Flight B here with Aiden Skinner, who's coming up here again next. So yeah, like we were talking about earlier, it's just really interesting to see the amount of young people that are just so freakishly strong. I had a couple of conversations with some other longtime powerlifters in the strength community and asked them why the juniors are getting so strong.
Yeah.
And his answer was basically that powerlifting used to be a very subculture kind of niche sport that people would do after they kind of, you know, washed up as a football player. They would get into powerlifting instead. But now, because it's getting more open, we've got people getting into powerlifting younger and younger and younger because they start sooner and they're at that really like
just
prime
having that
age.
exposure to it, you know?
Then they get freakishly strong so much quicker.
That's awesome.
Aiden Skinner with his second attempt. He took a record on his first. Let's see if this is probably another record. He's taking 132.5 kilograms or 292 pounds for a ride. I want to see him get it. Drops into the hole. He's nodding. He said, yeah, I got it. It's heavy though. You can see that's heavy.
And 3 white lights.
Nice work, Aiden.
I love this kid's energy.
Yeah.
He just like, he knew he had it. And now he's gonna be taking probably like a heavier, like obviously like a little heavier on his third.
Lars is up next. And his coach Leslie beside him.
135 kilos, 297.6 pounds for his second squat. Lars. All right. All right, his knee wraps are on a little tight. You can see he's having difficulty walking. His legs are pretty straight, but that's how you can really have good use out of knee wraps.
If you're watching live, leave us a comment in the comment section. Let us know who you're cheering for.
Beautiful.
Lars, let's have it. You got that one. 3 white
white
lights.
lights. He sunk it. He definitely had to go a little bit lower than most people because he is a little taller, but the depth was not questionable at all. All right. Up next, we have Blake Smith. 23 years old. 145 kilos, 319.6 pounds for this kid.
And he marches out here. He's ready to go. I saw him get a whiff of the smelling salts in the back.
And if you guys are wondering, they are using a squat bar. So it's a 25 kilo bar, 55 pounds as opposed to a normal stiff bar.
That's a rapid, oh yeah.
Beautiful.
He's strong. I think he's gonna send it on his third.
Yeah, so depending on the federation you're competing with, there are different types of bars that they're going to be using. So IPF, for example, they use a stiff bar for squat, bench, and deadlift. And then the federations like WRPF, they use a squat bar, which has a thicker knurling, and it weighs 25 kilos as opposed to 20 kilos. And then they also use a deadlift bar, which has a little more whip to it. So you'll notice that the knurling is a lot thinner. So just depending on the federation, different bars, so whatever you guys like.
They've got different combinations of steel alloys that give the bar different characteristics. They could be whippier or more bendy.
I personally like how WRPF uses like 3 different bars.
I think it's cool.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's great.
But then at the same time, it's just like sometimes for deadlift records, it'd be cool to see like what people's record is just on like, you know?
Like a stiff bar versus a Texas deadlift bar.
They are very different, you know?
Get up there, let's go, Colton.
Okay, I love that kid's grit though. He grinded until he actually failed, so I love that. You really want to push yourself in this sport.
I always really respect the intensity, and when you can tell someone's not willing to let go of the bar.
Exactly,
We've seen people like just refuse to stop on a deadlift and will pass out.
Exactly.
So I love to see people just give their all.
All right, guys, shout out to our pit crew. These guys are working super hard, changing weights all day, adjusting the heights for all of the athletes. It's going to be a long day for them, but they're going to be doing a great job.
Just want to point out, we got like 50-some people watching live, and we only have 5 likes on this video. So let's get those likes up there. If you appreciate this free show we're putting on, smash the like button. Help us out. Come on, Ethan. Let's see it. There's the squat command. Drops into the hole. Nice and deep.
Beautiful second attempt. Yes.
He's going to get 3 whites for
3
that.
whites.
Yep.
This guy is such a good squatter. I love it. Really, really great technique for him. All right, up next we have Armin. He's going to be squatting just shy of 200 kilos, 435 pounds for his second squat attempt.
No sense in it. It's all good. Got some chat from. Looks like. All right, we got some moral support for Carson coming up here in a little bit, doing his first competition. Shout out to Laurent St. Louis.
A little grindy on his second, but oh, okay. Let's see what they called. Let's see what they called him on.
Next we have Lucas at 435 pounds.
Lucas Oliverio.
I'm not sure if that was called on commands or if that was a depth issue. Maybe a little bit of downward motion on that because it was a little grindy coming up, but not entirely sure.
Platform ready for Lucas.
It's tricky. We'll speculate on a lot of stuff over here in the announcer table, but
Yeah.
ultimately the referees have the
Final say. All right, Lucas just took a big whiff of ammonia, getting ready for his 197.5 kilo squat, 435 pounds on his second. Let's hope he makes this.
435 pounds for Lucas. Depth looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
2 white lights, that's all you need.
I'm really curious to know what he got called for on that side.
Dylan at 400.
Yeah, interesting.
210 kg and a national record attempt.
All right, looks like Dylan is getting hyped up in the corner right there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting
Chalk
some
dust
back
is
slaps
flying over here. This guy's
by
chomping
his
at the
coach
bit.
handler. He's pumped up. He definitely took some ammonia. You can see his eyes
He's
are a little
ready.
watery.
He's had like 100 cups of coffee this morning. He's got his thumbs out of those thumb loops now.
Is this kid 14 years old? Is he?
I think that might be his rack height, but I don't know for sure.
No, but it says teen, 14 to 16. Looks like okay.
He's between 14 and 16 years old, and he's
What?
squatting 462 pounds.
What?
Like to see y'all try that.
That's crazy.
Let's go, Dylan. Depth
Yes,
looks
come on,
questionable.
kid.
Depth
Oh,
looks
yeah.
questionable. I hope he gets it. I think
All
he's
right,
going to
let's
get
see.
called on. Yeah, he got.
2
yeah!
white lights for him.
That's what we like.
That's amazing.
He says, let's go.
Let's go. I love it. I love that energy.
Yeah.
He wanted that squat, you guys.
We got Aiden Boyle coming up here next, one of Leslie Gurr's athletes. He's getting his hands chalked up. His upper back is chalked up just to prevent that bar from sliding around. He's got a belt that says Beast Mode on it. Let's see it. Let's see the Beast Mode, Aiden. Let's go, Aiden. Let's go, Aiden. Nice squat for Aiden. Wow, he's looking good today. Good for him. I know his coach Leslie's going to be happy with that one. Shout out to Helen. Appreciate the shout out there in the chat. Looks like we got some Lucas fans in the chat as well. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, just leave it in the chat here. We can ask the officials for you, or we can go find an athlete and ask them a question for you as well. One of the cool things about the broadcast is our ability to interact with everybody watching at home and everybody here.
All right, Christian taking 240 kilos, 529.1 pounds for his third, the heaviest squat of the flight so far.
That's a hefty squat, 529. So they're just kind of like shuffling the bar over so that he can get a nice even grip and make sure that it's centered on his back. Last thing you want to do with a big heavy squat is have it weighted on one side more than the other.
You don't want that. Yeah, a lot of times, sometimes you can even ask the person behind you who's spotting you to make sure that you're
Centered.
even and centered. Yeah.
Come on, Christian. Let's go!
Oh yeah, this guy's phenomenal. Wow, really great squat.
That was fast. That was a fast squat.
2 white lights. That's all you need. Oh yeah.
Jasmine says she cheers for all the athletes. Appreciate the
All
chat
right.
there, Jazz. Yeah, so leave us a comment in the section there if you want to. Remember to give us a follow on Instagram so you can keep up to date on all the amazing events that we're going to be doing. Evan Porter Media right here.
And at Mark Henry.
And follow her journey to the American Pro. So she's heading down south to go battle it out down there. We want to see her represent Canada down there.
All right, we're starting our third squats right now. Aiden Skinner on the platform. 137.5 kilos, 303.1 pounds by this guy.
Aiden's getting hyped for this one. He's marching out here. He's ready to go. See, the ins or knee sleeves are getting a little bit more popular here. They kind of came out somewhat recently, and they're really tight. Those Inzer ones, they're really, really tight. There's a lot of, they're pretty stiff knee sleeves, so the athletes like them.
You guys can see the refs in on the sides, literally like on their feet, making sure that they're checking for depth of these athletes to make sure.
Good job for Aiden. That was a lot of effort for Aiden there. One of the interesting things to pay attention to is the ratio between how heavy the athlete is and how heavy the weight is that they're moving, because you know, it's just so wild to see some of the athletes at such a low body weight lifting so much weight. I was really impressed by the Flight A this morning with some of the women's squats were like wild. Somebody changed it yesterday, but I went with it. When it does hit the athlete, it's fine. Lars getting under the bar. 303 on the bar for Lars. Get up there, Lars. Battle it out, Lars. Let's go.
Okay, that was a great third attempt from him. A little bit of a grind, which is awesome because you're pushing yourself. This is a sport where you want to lift the most amount of weight as you possibly can.
We got the chat letting us know that Aiden Boyle Go is a valedictorian of his grad class this year. So we'll have to track him down and pass that on. But we love Aiden too. I've been shooting Aiden for a few years, so it's good to see how much he's progressed in just a couple of years of powerlifting. It's exciting to see that.
All right, up next, Colton Friesen, 20 years old, gonna be squatting 157.5 kilos, 247.5 pounds in knee wraps.
So I think he had an unsuccessful second attempt. It just looked like it wasn't quite there.
Looks like he's reattempting the weight.
I want to see what he's got for his third attempt here. He knows it's going to be tricky. Let out a big sigh there and then filled his lungs up. Getting the weight underneath of him. Now he's got it. Here it is. Let's go, Colton. Oh.
Good catch, spotters. That is exactly what we want to see if an athlete does fail their lift.
It can be difficult not to get too hard on yourself after a failed attempt. You know, it's funny too. I meet people that have like almost a near perfect meet and they'll miss one lift and then that's what they're focusing on for the whole day.
It's me.
Yeah, and people, you know, everyone wants to be perfect. But
yeah, I know. I think it's like, you know, we put so much like time and energy into this like training prep, and it's like when a competition doesn't go the way you want it to, it's like it can be a little like disheartening, but
for sure,
you're like training's not going to stop. You just kind of keep going.
I always chalk it up to experience. Like even a negative experience, you can still learn from.
Learn from, yeah. All right, Blake Smith gonna be squatting 157.5 kilos, 347.2 pounds. Oh, looks like there's a little bit of trouble on rack. Looks like the pick was a little bit.
It's
maybe the rack
his rack height is off. Yeah.
Rack height was a little off. I think they're lowering it down 1 or 2 notches. Yeah, for you guys watching, you're actually able to test out your rack height right before you compete to make sure that as you unrack it, it's not going to get in the way of the hook. So just make sure that you're at like the correct height for your size and for your squat so that you don't have any problems.
We've got some Armin fans in the chat. You got
Beautiful squat, 3 white lights.
That's a national record too. You know, it's tricky because if there's any hiccups on the platform or if anything slightly goes wrong, it can be really easy for an athlete to kind of click out of the zone, so to speak. All right. We've got Ethan coming out next.
This is always the most nerve-wracking. Like your third squats, people are always getting the most hyped up for it. You know, you want to get this. This might be a little PR for them. It might be contributing to their total. So depending on what their goals are, they want this squat.
407.8 on the bar for Ethan.
Love a super good eye contact with that front judge, getting that command.
Oh.
He went for it.
You know, I thought he was going to get it, and then it just, whoop, it wasn't quite there.
Yeah, but that's okay. Like, you know, he still has squat, still has bench and deadlift to recover with, so.
Right.
He's having a really great day so far. He's hit some big numbers. Hit a 172.5 kilo squat. Like, that's very good.
Here comes Armin, one of the chat's favorites. Armin's coming out here next, Peter. He's coming out for you. 197.5 kilograms or 435 pounds
He
for Armin.
previously failed this on his second attempt, so he's just re-attempting the weight. I believe it was just for like a little bit of a command issue, so he's making eye contact with that front judge. Going down. Let's hit depth, dude.
Depth looks good.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a grind. You can
Let's
see it
hope,
on his
come
face. Love that.
And it's 2 white lights.
There it is. It's a good lift.
That's all you need.
Let's go, Armin, says the chat.
Awesome
Remember to hit
squat.
that like button here below the window. If you're appreciating this free live broadcast we're providing everybody, hit that like button. Shout out to the Film Factory and myself, Evan Porter Media, for creating this broadcast. Our goal is to make this sport more accessible to everyone. Lucas Oliverio coming out next, 205 kilograms or 451.9 pounds. This is a heavy squat for Lucas, 452 pounds basically. And here he goes. He's gonna put that bar where he wants it.
I believe he's making a 7.5 kilo jump from his second. Let's hope he gets this, 450 pounds. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if he got it. It's a good lift.
This guy was born to squat. He's just super control, beautiful technique. All right, so we have Dylan Finch. He's gonna be taking his third, 215 kilos,
He's
475 pounds.
Look at the energy on Dylan here. He's ready to go.
This guy wants it.
Let's go, Dylan.
That's amazing. If he's 14 years old, to have this kind of like.
You know what I've noticed is that people are starting to wear the Nikes on the platform more and more because of Russ. Russ Swoll has been wearing the Nikes.
Oh my gosh.
And they're getting more and more popular, especially with the young guys.
I have some.
See those Nikes? You'd never see those on the platform in the past.
Get
up there, Dylan! Come on!
Really good grind from this kid, though. Like, I
Very
love
close.
the drive.
Nike, if you're watching the stream, we would love to bring you on as a sponsor. Nike. Red Bull gives you wings.
All right, we have 2 more third attempts, and then we're actually going to be moving on to some fourth attempts. You're actually able to make a fourth attempt if you previously got your third, and then if you're also breaking a national record.
I love the chat lighting up for Armin here. They're calling him the Armenian Nightmare. I love it. I love that, Helen. Here is one of the other crowd favorites, Aiden Boyle. Go! 512.5 pounds on the bar for Aiden. I want to see it. Get loud in the chat. Come on, Aiden. Let's go, let's go. Get up there, Aiden, come on. No dice for Aiden on that third one.
We have Christian coming up next, 556
Sorry, I stepped on
pounds,
you.
also for a national record.
Sometimes I gotta just send it.
We will have a couple fourth attempts.
All right, Christian. He's going to be the last squats of third attempts. Heaviest squat of the day so far, 252.5 kilos, 556.6 pounds for this guy. This is a big squat. As you can see, Jesse right in the back, right behind where the athlete's supposed to go, he just adjusted the hooks inward. So on the monolift especially, you're actually able to do that in case you're, like where you hold the bar is outside of the hooks.
Christian,
That's
up
what's
here.
really nice about the monolift.
Let's get it, Christian. Third final squat attempt for Christian. He's wrapped. He's got a slick haircut. I like it. Handsome devil he is. Get down there, Christian. Come on up there. Oh, yeah.
Flawless.
Nice. New national record for Christian. Good lift is an understatement.
Dude, that was like a second attempt.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
His squat is amazing. He's obviously done this before.
Yeah.
He seems like he's competed like quite often, and he has a lot of experience with this. So
I'm loving the chat. Keep up the comments in the chat. We're loving that. We'll keep passing that on throughout the broadcast. Looks like Lucas is a favorite. Armin's a favorite. Aiden's a favorite. Any projections on how the event's going to go? Who do you guys think is going to take first? Let us know. Give us a follow on Instagram, Evan Porter Media, right here. Remember, it's all about the gram. Everybody
just
wants
keep in mind,
that.
guys, we also have one more flight after this. You're also going to see some like huge squats.
Crazy.
The next flight. Brad Shepard, I don't know if you guys know, but he recently just broke the Canadian record of 1,003-pound squat. That's the heaviest squat that's ever been done in Canada.
We're going to see
Unreal.
900 and 1,000 plus squats
Unreal.
with any luck.
All right, fourth
Aiden
attempts
Skinner.
are starting. 140 kilos, 308 pounds for this kid.
So a fourth attempt, as Martha explained yesterday, a fourth attempt is only for the record. It doesn't count for your total. But
Yeah.
they will, if you did get a third successful attempt and you got a record, they'll let you come back and have a fourth crack at it to see what else you can do. Aiden flies into the hole. He's battling that. Let's go, Aiden.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Wow. That took a lot of heart. You could see he wasn't letting that bar go. He wanted that squat. Love to see that.
So that technique that he was using was actually like perfect because he's bringing his head back as he's going up so that you're not falling forward, because a lot of times when it's like when the weight gets super heavy and then you kind of like lose your brace out, you definitely tend to do this, but he was keeping his head back, which was keeping him more upright, which let him like, get out of that sticking point.
Yeah.
So really great squat.
He's got some experience with that.
Right, Blake Smith taking 165 kilos, 363.7 pounds for a spin on his fourth attempt. Let's hope he gets this.
That's okay. I was just about to tell you. I don't know if it's Smith or Smythe. S-M-Y-T-H. Blake's got 363 here. Get up there, Blake. No dice.
Good catch, spotters. Keeping the athletes safe. That's really great to see.
Another thing that you might notice is those straps hanging from the squat rack there. They don't just have the spotters, but they have those straps and chains. There's loops around the bars. And if the bar does somehow come off the lifter's shoulders or something, the straps will catch the load. Because if something like that were to fall on a person, you could snap people's legs in half. There's the straps right there with their chains and straps there.
All right,
so
guys.
the bar goes in the middle of that.
All right, guys, it looks like we're going to be taking about a 10-minute break in between right now and then the next flight.
What did you guys think of that second flight? Who was everybody's favorite in that second flight there? It looks like Armin's got 4 or 5 votes here. We want to see how many people. Armin's got more votes coming in here on the chat. Love to see it. Posing for a picture. If you haven't got a media package already, just so you know, we have some world-class photographers here. Tyler Kendall is our photographer with us, and we've started to attract some real talent in the camera department as people are leaving TV shows on the Discovery Channel to come join our crew. So we've got, let's camera guys, look at each other. Let's have a camera off. So we got on the right-hand side, we've got Dan over there, Dan the man, the cameraman. There's Jeremy. Jeremy's one of our camera guys, and there's Dan the man. Give us a wave, Dan. He's a handsome guy. Give us a wave, Jer. So Dan's worked on some crazy TV shows like Highway Through Hell and a couple other cool stuff there. So we're kind of excited to be attracting some talent to the team. So it sounds like we're taking a little bit of a break. We're going to have a third flight come back for squats. We're going to see some of the craziest lifts we've ever seen on the broadcast or Canadian powerlifting history in just a few moments. So it sounds like the feds are giving the athletes a few more minutes to finish warming up, because we do, like we said, have some absolute freakishly lifts coming up in a couple of minutes. Take this opportunity to give us a follow on Instagram at Evan Porter Media. And if you're watching this live, make sure you hit the like button underneath this video so that YouTube knows people like it and they'll help send it out to the interweb. One of the big goals that we have for this broadcast is to bring more awareness into the sport of powerlifting and to bring more investment into powerlifting. If we're televising it and everyone's watching it, then we can bring some more investment into the sport. If you're a business owner out there and you want to advertise your business to a target demographic of thousands of people, give us a shout. You can reach us either on the website, evanportermedia.com. You can send me an email, evan@evanportermedia.com, or you can just find me on Instagram and send me a DM on there, and we'd love to chat with you guys. We're looking to bring on a few more sponsors of the show, and then maybe it could be your design that's up here in the corner, and we can play advertisements during the breaks, all kinds of stuff, and little athlete features and interviews. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff like that. So if you're just tuning in, don't go anywhere, because we have the Freak Show coming up next, the next flight. And we're just going to go to a wide shot for a moment, and we'll be back in a minute.
3-minute warning to start flight C. Spotters and loaders and referees to the platform, please.
We are just getting ready to come back for our third flight of squats. We're gonna cut to that in a minute. Thanks everybody who's tuning in. If you haven't already, hit the like button underneath this window here. There's more people watching than we have likes, so I know at least half of you have not hit the like button yet.
Let's just take a second to say happy birthday to our expediter, Phoebe.
And it looks like longtime strength athlete Sylvia Stockhall is going to be our first lifter. The platform's ready for Sylvia. She's coming out here. Sylvia is a master powerlifter. She competes in different powerlifting federations. She's a strong woman, competes in strongman, strong woman. And if you ever want to see somebody send it, This is a passionate athlete right here. Very expressive. There's the depth. Beautiful opener squat for Sylvia Stockall here. Long-time strength athlete, Sylvia. Remember, Red Bull gives you wings.
All right, guys, so this is our third flight of the day for squats. You're gonna see some heavy squats on this flight. You're gonna see Brad Shepard. It's gonna be going over 900 pounds, so stay tuned for that. Up next, we have Lucy Foster, 38 years old in sleeves. So we have Lucy. She's going to be squatting 67.5 kilos, 148.8 pounds. Beautiful.
Music.
3 white lights. That's awesome. Looked like initially she was just trying to see if the judge had to tell her to step back a bit. Yeah, she ended up executing that perfectly. All right, so you see Amanda Kennedy in the corner there, just getting chalked up. So a lot of the reasons why athletes will actually chalk up their back on the bar is just to prevent it from slipping or moving around, because that's like the last thing you want is the bar to fall down your back as you're squatting or anything. So.
Platforms ready for Amanda.
As you can see, she's actually taking some shots of ammonia in her nose. Clear her airways a bit.
Amanda Kennedy is a longtime powerlifter, another cross federation lifter. Her and her husband Adam Kennedy's here as well.
Both of them are from Red Deer. Train out of Iron City Fitness Gym. Really great strength gym in Red Deer. Super controlled. Utilizing the monolift, not taking a step back.
Nice and deep.
Super easy.
Good squat, Amanda.
I remember actually talking with her at the gym recently, and she just told me that she signed up for this meet. It was kind of like an impromptu meet, so didn't really have much training into it, but I have a feeling she's gonna hit some PRs and do very well today, regardless of if she had a peak or not.
David Robertson's getting ready to come out here next. 212.5 kilograms, 468.4 pounds on the bar, and it looks like Darrell Petties is handling him. Darrell Petties, one of the craziest deadlifters, a drug-tested powerlifter, one of the craziest deadlifters I've ever seen with my own eyes. Extremely strong. And you know what? He's a good sportsman for powerlifting, like a good representative of powerlifting. Here comes David Robertson.
All right. 212.5 kilos, just shy of 470 pounds, you guys.
Here he is getting under the bar. He's going to use the rack here. Depth looks good. Wow, that was an easy
Beautiful.
opener. That's an opener right there. 468 moved like butter.
That's how you want a first squat to look like. If you guys are just tuning in right now, you want to make sure that your opener squat, it's something you could do for at least like a triple, even on like a bad day, because you just want to get on the board and make sure that, you're going to be having a good day. You're not going to be bombing out or anything. So that was a great first attempt from him. All right, up next we have Mike McLaughlin, 51 years old in sleeves. He's going to be squatting 230 kilos, 570 pounds. Looks like he's wearing that Iron Rebel singlet. And if you guys are checking it out, there's an Iron Rebel booth actually set up here this weekend. So make sure to come down and check out all the merchandise. You'll be able to save on any shipping costs. So
he is decked out in Iron Rebel. He's got Iron Rebel singlet, sleeves,
wrist wraps.
He's got wraps, everything, t-shirt. And look, he's got everyone, look at the Nikes. Everyone's wearing the Nikes.
Yeah. Honestly, they are clean though. I love them.
They're sweet.
They look stylish.
When he comes out, we'll give you a shot of it. These are slick. We're gonna have to send a clip to Nike here because they need to start paying us for this. Look at these things. Look at that. Love it.
And the red and green.
We're
Very
sending, he's a trendsetter here.
I like it. All right. I actually have those Iron Rebel ER sleeves, and they are awesome.
I want to see Mike Giver here. Mike's partner, I think Joanne, was lifting yesterday. .507 for
Beautiful
Mike.
pick from him.
Mike's a master lifter.
You guys can see they actually have they actually added 2 more spotters. Making sure keeping this guy safe.
Wow, look at the power Mike's got. I think he got called for depth on his right side. That right hip did look a little bit higher to me than the left.
A little bit, yeah, but 2 white lights, that's all you need.
It's good,
so.
he's got it, it's a good lift.
All right, next
It's an interesting thing, because you can honestly have like one side of your hips, you know, people are a bit lopsided sometimes with that squat, and it's just, maybe they're a little bit tight on one side, it's harder to get lower.
Yeah.
So that's why there's different reps on different sides, just
Yeah.
to make sure that it's good enough to call it good. There's Adam Kennedy coming out here.
All
Amanda's husband.
Nice knee wraps coming on. Squatting 300 kilos, 660 pounds.
Come on, Adam, let's see it. 661. Heavy opener for Adam.
As
The
you
lifts-
guys can see, the hooks are actually inward because Adam grips the bar for his squat outside of the hooks. Especially if you're a bigger guy, it's like takes a lot of like shoulder mobility to have to hook it on the inside. So
come on, Adam, get this. Let's see it. Easing his way in. Get up there, Adam. Nice. That looked like a slightly risky opener to me. Is it good? We're waiting for the lights. Waiting for the judges. They say it's
3
good.
white lights.
They
and
say
he
it's
gets
good.
it. Honestly, yes, a little bit risky on opener just because like it did look a little grindy.
Yep, it looked grindy.
I know he's been posting. All right, guys, you got to get this in the corner. Brad Shepard coming out with his hype crew. There are multiple guys who are going to be coming out for this. There's going to be probably like 6, 7, 8 spotters coming out for this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
903 pounds.
903 pounds on the bar for Brad Shepard.
Yeah. You're getting all the guys in this room basically spotting him. Like
They had to carry more plates out here from the other part of the warm-up area just for Brad.
Platform is ready for Brad at 903 pounds.
Wow. Let's go, 900 pounds. I'm standing up for this one. Here he comes. Here he comes. Let's go, Brad. Let's go, Brad. £903 opener for Brad Shepard. You saw it here. Look at this. Brad's knees are wrapped. Come on, Brad. The internal pressure on his body right now is crazy. Come on, Brad, let's go. Get up, Brad, let's go! Come on, let's go! That looked good to me. Let's see what the judges said. 3 white lights. A successful 904-pound squat for Brad Shepard. It's getting lit. Woo! What did you guys think in the chat there if you're watching online? What do you think of that one?
that was
It's gonna get crazier, people. That didn't look, it looked like he's got more in the tank, and I think we're gonna see it.
Brad's
Wow.
an insane athlete. Like,
Wow.
oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. We've got Alan Mahon coming out here for
Okay.
1,000 1,036 pounds.
Do you guys see the bend on this bar? Wow.
If you haven't hit the like button on this video yet, you need to.
It's kind of nuts. Wow.
1,036 pounds. This is the heaviest squat I have ever witnessed in person. I've been to 30 plus powerlifting meets, never seen anything like it. 1,036 pounds, you saw it on the broadcast. Let's go! Unbelievable. He's wearing a squat suit, so
I've actually never witnessed like a
1,000.
Squat
multiply
before in
powerlifter.
person.
He's
This
wrapped,
is pretty
he's got
sweet.
multiply suit on, he's belted up, wrist wraps, everyone's standing around him supporting the weight, keeping him safe. Look at the internal pressure. Look at the pressure on his body right now. He's gonna re-rack that. He's not ready for this.
I think they're bringing down the,
Yep, the rack height.
actually.
All right, he needs to reset his mind right now and get himself back in the zone. He's got a 1,036 pounds on the bar, and he needs to maintain that focus. Look at this. The internal pressure is ridiculous on his
What's
body.
going on?
Something's not quite right for him.
I just don't think. Oh, okay, he's probably gonna. So he's gonna get red lighted on this
Yeah.
one, and he's gonna attempt it probably for a second. I think he needs a little bit of a break. I'm not sure what's
Yeah.
going on. If his suit's a little off, especially when you're wearing equipment, everything has to be perfect as it is when like you're training, right? So
Apparently, he said his back was tight, so I think he's just gonna head to the back there, probably roll that out, make sure everything feels good. And you know what? I think it's a responsible decision when you have more than 1,000 pounds in your back and it doesn't feel quite right. Don't just try it anyway. Like
no.
he
Yeah.
probably did the smart thing and walked off the platform. But we will see him come back out here and for his second attempt. He's got 2 more cracks at it. We'll see how that goes, but like I said, I have never in my life seen anyone squat over 1,000 pounds in person. Seen it on TV, seen it on YouTube, just like you guys are about to witness now, but I've never seen it actually happen in person. Give us a follow on Instagram right here, Evan Porter Media, and my wonderful co-host. Follow her journey to the American Pro Show, Marth Henry. Big shout out to the Film Factory for making all this possible. We're here in Nanton, southern Alberta. We're just south of Calgary here, about 45 minutes down the road. Small town in the middle of a hockey arena. We're broadcasting live with our satellite system because there's no internet here, but we are the show of shows in powerlifting. So we're trying to bring you guys all the pump, all the action. It's gonna get wild. Remember to type the like button under here if you've never seen a 1,000+ pound squat. It might be a good idea to hit the like button so we can share it with more people. I'm getting excited. I can't hold it back. What do you guys think Brad Shepard's going to hit for a squat? Let us know in the chat. How heavy is this going to get? And there's our mono lift here. Yeah. It's just really interesting. A couple things about those squats is like a person's internal pressure, like your blood pressure just goes through the roof. You can see people's faces turning purple. Everything goes red, purple. So, and that's what that belt does as well. When you see the lifters come out, they're all wearing belts. It's what they're doing is they're breathing in filling that diaphragm with air, and they're pushing out against that belt. And what that does is create, like, if you were to step on a pop can before you crack it open, it won't fold because that pressure is maintained inside the pop can. But as soon as you open the can and you go to step on it, it'll crush. And the reason being is because you lose all the internal pressure. So the whole point of wearing a belt is to have something that the athlete can push out against with their diaphragm, with their core, and maintain that pressure, keep that pressure in there so they don't crumple and fold over during the lift. So that's what's happening there. But it's interesting to see because with that much weight, plus the belt and the squat suit, being the knees wrapped and all that stuff, you have to imagine the person's internal blood pressure and all that, the strain on their body is just immense. So we're starting over from the beginning of the flight here with some of these ladies. Lucy Foster coming up here with 176 pounds on the bar for her.
She's going to be doing the second squats now for this flight.
Interesting thing about powerlifting is that even your competition wants to see you do well. Come on, Sophie. Good squat for Sophie.
All right, 2 white lights. Awesome. I hope she has weight on that. That was really, really easy.
You know, oftentimes in powerlifting, like I was saying, your direct competition will stand there and kind of cheer you on. I've seen that happen many times. It could be head-to-head between two people, and somebody might break a record, and the next person will come behind them and break it again. Sylvia Stockhall, the seasoned veteran of strength sports, is coming back out here. A master powerlifter, 214.9 pounds on the bar for Sylvia. Sylvia is wrapped, and she's ready to go. And Leslie Gura is handling Sylvia today. Sylvia's got some No Place Like Home red squat shoes on today. And if she clicks her heels 3 times and says no place like home, she might disappear. Here she comes, Sylvia. Sylvia is a passionate, animated lifter, and I love to see it every time. She switches from the most kind person in the world to absolute ferocity on the platform here. Get down there, Sylvia. That def looked good to me. Nice, good squat for Sylvia.
I love how she's really using her wraps for like the purpose, you know, like really slow and controlled on the way down, making sure she's kind of getting that, like the rebound when you're coming up. That's awesome. Great to see.
Stay tuned, because at the end of this flight, we're going to see a 1,000 plus pound squat again. 900 and 1,000 pound squats. Next up, Amanda Kennedy, 352.7 pounds, 160 kilograms for Amanda. And she's getting ready to come out here. She's got the smelling salts.
She's gonna get that whiff of ammonia. Clear those airways. I don't think she's actually competed in wraps before. This might be the first time for her, but I'm really excited to kind of see what she'll do. Woo! You see that kickback, you guys? That's what the ammonia does.
Here she comes. Chalking up a bit here. Here she comes. Putting the bar where she wants, on her shoulders there. Great person. The Kennedys, Amanda and Adam, are both wonderful people.
She's always smiles, and I'm really excited to see what she does today. She loves squats.
Let's go, Amanda. Get up there, Amanda. That looked like a bit of a misgroove at the bottom.
Bit. That's okay.
It looked like she her hips kind of shifted a bit on her, and I think the weight moved, and that was it.
Exactly.
So a big part of any kind of movement here, that you need to be able to create stability in your body before you can produce power. So with a squat, all these things that people go through, their foot placement, the belts, all that stuff is really designed to create stability, because you can't produce power from an unstable platform. If you know what I mean? And I kind of explain this sometimes to people that are really new to lifting, at like a cannon. Like if you take a cannon and you pull the cord and you shoot a cannon, the cannonball comes out of it, but it'll roll back if it's on wheels. If you chalk the wheels so that the wheels can't move and you shoot the cannon won't move, and all the energy goes into the ball. So it's the same principle with your body. So creating stability within your body is going to allow you to produce the power that you need. David Robertson on the platform here with 518 pounds on the bar, his second squat attempt. He's looking ready. He's a high bar squatter. Wow, look at the, that was beautiful. That was fast. It moved. That really moved. It seems like a couple of the athletes are kind of struggling a little bit with the monolift.
Yeah, the monolift is tricky, especially if you're not used to it. There's just so many adjustments and things you could do with the monolift that, like, if you find something that works for you as a, like taking a step back versus just holding the weight there, then yeah, use it to your advantage.
There's Darrell Petty's chalking up Mike McLaughlin's back, getting him ready for his second squat attempt. His first one flew like there was no weight on the bar. Darrell Petty's a seasoned powerlifter, one of the strongest deadlifters I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I've seen him deadlift well over 800 pounds. The platform's ready for Mike. And here he comes. He is rocking the Iron Rebel swag today. Ooh, he got a whiff of that one.
Shaking that head.
534 for Mike.
534 pounds.
And here he comes. He's mentally preparing himself for this. Getting the bar right where he wants it. Come on, Mike. There it is. Shout out to our camera team. Holy.
Super stable, taking that step back, upper back tight.
Look at
Big
this
breath
squat.
in.
Get up, Mike.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was fast.
That is fast. It flew. I think he's holding back on us, Marv. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that could have been like his warm up and then take his opener after.
Yeah.
But that's insane.
28 kg and then the national record attempt.
All right, next.
Adam
up,
Kennedy
we
coming up
have,
with national record attempt for Adam.
Yeah, 320 kilos. In wraps. I believe that this is a weight that he's been attempting for quite some time, and he's been working really hard to get this. I think this will be a PR for him in comp. $320 kilos, 705 pounds. This is big weight.
705 for
weight.
Adam.
You have all these guys around him spotting him. You need as much help as we can get.
Let's go, Adam.
Knee wraps done by Evan Byer, who's also another athlete at the Strength Edge.
You can see Adam's getting himself hyped. It's so mental. This game is mental. It's not just physical.
Yep.
There's a lot of psychology in this sport.
It's nice to have the guys in your corner, Jesse and then Darrell, shouting at him, making sure he's focused.
He is wedging himself under that bar, getting it right where he wants it.
Oh!
Oh my goodness. Good job, spotters and loaders, for catching that.
I don't know if this is gonna, it does count as like.
They're letting him go.
Okay, little worried.
You got this, Adam. Sorry for yelling in the mic. Let's go, Adam. Come on, buddy. Get it, Adam. Depth looks good. Oh, no. See,
Good pick by the spotters. That's what we want. Keeping this guy safe.
That little mishap is probably what threw off his squat here.
Yeah.
I know I've known Adam for a couple of years, and whenever something goes wrong at an event, I know he takes it so personally because he cares about it so much, and he's really hard on himself. So I'll try to get him a little bit later and chat with him to see how he's doing. But his first squat looked very challenging, so I was curious to see how the second one would go. Maybe he would have landed it, but I think that little kind of mishap with the bar really threw him off.
Yeah, so as we were kind of talking earlier about, there's so much strategy in powerlifting, and it's like, if you have a certain target in mind, like let's say you want to hit 700 pounds, maybe open up with like depending on the kind of jumps you do, but like open up with something that you know you're capable of, and do a second attempt, like something that's a little shy of your goal, and then on your third kind of balls to the wall, and making sure you get that. Up next,
Ladies
we
and
have Brad Shepard.
He's back out.
440 kilos, 970 pounds for this guy. This guy's a phenomenal squatter.
70 pounds for Brad Shepard. I'm trying to add a time, so I don't think Brad Shepard getting under the bar, 970-pound squat. There's more reds than the British invasion here. You can just see the pressure mounting already. An incredible amount of strain on his body right now. And there's a squat command, and here he comes. 970 pounds on Brad Shepard. Deep into the hole, and there it comes. Keep fighting it. Go, Brad, go! Let's go! Oh, I think he got called for up and down.
Called on downward motion.
Yeah. Yep, poor guy. He sent it. And then see, that's the frustrating thing about powerlifting too, is you could have all the strength in the world. And you know, unfortunately, I think he got called for a little bit of up and down on the bar. So as me and Marth were explaining earlier, you can't see the bar come up and down at all. On the way back up with that squat bar, I did look like he paused, and just for a moment it came down, and then he turned the gas on and got back up with it. It can't happen. So unfortunately, I think that's the reason why. I didn't hear it, but I think that's why that happened. Remember, Red Bull gives you wings, especially if you're watching out there. Red Bull, give us a call. Follow us on Instagram, Evan Porter Media. Follow Mirth. After Brad, I believe we're gonna have. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna go with that 1,000-pound plus squat here. It looks like they're stripping all the weight off. So he may have dropped out when he tweaked his back, Marth. He may have dropped out when he tweaked his back, pulled out, because our last lifter was supposed to be over 1,000. He pulled out. I know it kills the judges to red light a crazy squat like Brad just had. They're gonna have a couple of minute break here and then come back to the top of the flight for them. So we'll see that come back, and hopefully Brad can get that 970. Is that him? It is, yeah. It is? So it does look like our 1,000-plus squatter is pulled out, because he's not even in a squat suit or anything at the moment. But yeah, unfortunate to see that. I hope that whatever he tweaked on his back is going to be okay. There's a QR code on the desk beside. For squats, the side. I really like the shot he had, though. So good. Really good. If you didn't know, media packages are available for purchase, evanportermedia.com. And you can check those out. We're doing some awesome photography and video packages for everybody here today. And can't wait to get those out, because we're capturing all of the fire here this weekend. Once again, we're here in Nanton, Alberta, just south of Calgary. And Marth has come all the way down from Calgary to join us for the weekend, so big shout out to her. Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
For coming along. Big shout out to the Film Factory for helping to make all of this possible. We drove all the way from Kelowna with the truck and trailer.
Nice drive.
It was a beautiful drive. Got here with no problem. There's no snow on the ground this time of year. Yeah, some of us got here no problem. The highway closure caused a bit of a detour for the camera crew, but they made it. Yeah, we persevered. Let's cut to wide. day's flying though. The fact that we're actually almost at all the spots. Okay, we're gonna go live platform. All right, platform's ready. Our squatters are coming back out. We're gonna start back off with Lucy Foster. She's gonna start this flight off again. So she's making her way back out here. They call it platform ready, so she's gonna be here any minute now. I don't know if she realized they call it platform ready because she's kind of chilling back there. Lucy Foster is asking for 176.3 pounds on the bar for her. And here she comes. Got the hype squad there.
Taking that salt for her third.
Let's go, Lucy. Let's see it. Any Lucy fans in the chat there? Let us know. Is anybody cheering for Lucy? Nice, smooth squat for her.
Beautiful. Okay, she's going to add some weight. Wait, this is only 75 kilos. Isn't that 75 kilos? Oh.
Next up, we got Sylvia coming in at 2.
Sylvia Stockhaw.
I was like, that would be like the worst thing. It's like you know, it has happened before though. It's like little just miscommunications where it's like the weights are off a bit, but man, that's like so crazy. Like the spotters have a spot like 970.
That's so much weight to catch.
Hopefully they won't have to, right?
I was really unnerved by Adam's squat there when they pulled the rack out and he kind of slipped and fell with it, because that's how people get really hurt. But the spotters and loaders grabbed it right away, kept him out of trouble. I bet they weren't expecting it either because it was just so sudden. So Sylvia Stahlkals are making her way out here, longtime veteran of strength sports, competes in strongman, strong woman, competes in powerlifting of different federations across the board. I've seen her at so many different strength competitions. It's what she does.
And as you guys can see, she's wearing the knee wraps and they're all like super, super tight. You know, really has trouble walking.
They're the knee
But
wraps.
Sylvia really knows how to use the knee wraps for what they're meant for. Slow and controlled on the way down and then rebounds out of the hole really nicely.
Look at the ferocity. She's ready to go. Let's go, Sylvia. Nice
Beautiful.
squat. Let's see what the judges have to say. Oh, Deb.
I believe Deb, yeah. Unfortunately.
You got called on Deb for that one, unfortunately. Amanda Kennedy is on the way back out. 352.7 on the bar for her. That's 160 kilograms.
All right, we have one of my friends, Amanda Kennedy, who's going to be squatting 160 kilos, 352 pounds.
She is an extremely positive person every time I've ever spoken to her, and just loves the community, and I think she's just been a fan of powerlifting ever since she kind of started doing it.
Yes. And I love her outfit. It's like the pink and black, you know, you got to look cute, lift heavy on comp day. Taking that, a whiff of ammonia, clear her airways a little bit. All right. She previously missed this weight on her second attempt, so hopefully she comes back and crushes this.
Let's go, Amanda. Come on, Amanda. Let's get up with it. That looked really good. That looked really good. She's going to be happy with that.
She completely changed her squat from the second to third rep. She
Yep.
kept her chest up, she kept her head back, and then so coming out of the hole, she was just super like upright instead of folded over. So she was just way in a way better position to come out.
I wonder if she got a little bit of coaching in the back there,
Yeah.
a little bit of feedback or something about that squat.
Yeah, because when you're able to keep your upper back tight, you're able to just like keep more upright and then just like the way that you're going to be squatting up, it's going to be very, very good.
Yep. Remember, if you're just tuning in, smash the like button underneath this window because it tells YouTube people like it, and it'll help it spread across the interwebs. We got way more people watching than we have likes, which tells me y'all need to get busy with the clicking. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Instagram handle is @EvanPorterMedia, right here. And then give Martha a follow. She's on her way to the American Pro Show, and if you want to follow her along and see how she does down there representing Canada, down in the States, give a little what for us there, Martha.
All right, up next, we have Mike McLaughlin.
Mike McLaughlin, the tall, gentle giant.
250 kilos, 550 pounds for his third attempt. All of his squats have looked really, really fast.
551 on the bar for Mike, and he's made his first 2 squats look easy.
So easy. Wearing the full Iron Rebel attire. Hoping to get that sponsorship, maybe. Really nice.
I'd like to see Nike come out with a powerlifter shoe.
Oh, they do have one, I think. Nike?
Yeah.
I think they do. Like they have a weightlifting shoe.
Yeah, but I would like to see like for powerlifting, like flat, thin sole on it, you know, kind of something like maybe the Notorious lift shoe, like the slippers, but Nike them up a bit.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
I think we're starting to see more of it now with the swag and the apparel. So if anybody makes apparel and you're listening, but we're starting to see more colors, a little bit more vibrance and stuff come into and people are able to get some lifting gear that looks a little bit more fashionable.
Yeah.
So some of the stuff can be kind of plain, and it's nice to add a little bit of personality to yourself, you know?
Exactly.
David Robertson, 562 on the bar for him. He's in wraps, and he's rocking the chucks. You want a good shoe. Well, with squats is a bit different. An elevated heel is advantageous.
All right, David taking 255 kilos for a ride. 562 pounds for his third attempt. Really good pick.
He's got the pressure. Intensity is there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful.
It's like, it's crazy sometimes when somebody's that strong. They make it look so easy that it seems effortless. But then in his mind, he's probably like, I'm dying, everything hurts.
Yep. Exactly. If you guys are wondering why they're getting those knee wraps off so fast, it's basically cutting off circulation on your legs. So yeah, you just want to get them off as quick as you can after your squat.
Like if we could show you the back, maybe a little bit later. Like it's not really that easy to show, but they don't sit there with the wraps on waiting for the name to get called. Like they're chilling, they're waiting for the right time, and then their coach or their handler will wrap those knees as fast as they can to get them out here and do the lift. But then, like you said, Marth, they got to get them off, and
right away.
it's really uncomfortable. People get upset if they're standing there in wraps and there's tomfoolery going on the platform.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to get the athlete out here, do the squat, get the wraps off of them.
Exactly. All right, so we're actually going to be done squats right now, and all of the pit crew is going to be removing the monolift because we're going to be moving on to bench press after a short break. Just give the lifters some time to have a bite to eat and warm up for the bench. So yeah, stay tuned for that.
We'll be back in a few. Hey guys, it's Evan here with Amanda Kennedy. We saw her finish the squats. We were telling you about her and her partner Adam there, and we sung your praises a little bit earlier. We were talking about how you guys are kind of veteran powerlifters now. You've been part of the community for several years, and maybe just tell us about how squats went.
A lot better than I anticipated. I haven't been training in 11 months, so it was kind of impromptu to come in and do this meet, and kind of first time meet in wraps. So the first one, obviously, it shot me up a little quicker than I expected, and I recovered on the second one, remembering to keep that chest high, and it flew wonderfully. So yeah.
We noticed too, and Marth made a comment about how she could visibly tell that your squat pattern changed a bit and you look more upright on that other squat there.
Yeah.
Did you get any, did somebody, was there any coaching or handling? Was that feedback you heard, or was that came from yourself?
Yeah, I would say a little bit of feedback from the guys in the back with their experience that they have back there is phenomenal. Just again reminding me to drive my chest up and the back into the bar, and keep my torso upright as best I can, and it just I can't believe how quick it moved. So
you look great.
Yeah.
Question for you: what's your perception on the community? What's this community like for you, Amanda?
Love it. Oh my God, it's amazing. This community is fantastic. Everybody's supportive of each other. We're not against each other. We're all here rallying for each other back there, helping each other out. It's amazing, and that's what gripped me on this sport initially, was just the sense of community that everybody has. We're all fueling towards our own personal gains, and everybody is there cheering you on. That's what I love about it.
What would you say to people considering getting into powerlifting and might be a little bit apprehensive because of how strong people are?
Come out and spectate for a first meet. Don't be afraid to engage and talk to the athletes and lifters. We're all very open, most of us, and come in, ask questions. If you get the opportunity to pop in the back and actually see what it's like back there, because that is also something that makes people nervous. Is what is it like back there? If you get the opportunity to pop your head in the back and see, everybody does love each other. So yeah, it's great.
Who's coaching you, and where are you training these days?
I am training actually out of Innisfail at Platinum, and then also Iron City and Red Deer. And coaching is Larry McEwen out of Big Cat.
Oh, Larry.
Yep.
So shout out to Team Big Cat. If you're watching, Larry, let's go.
Let's go. It's been great. Larry's fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, we love him too.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about going into bench?
Not so hot. My bench has never been great, so we'll see. That's going to be my tough point. Is going to be the bench. So it's praying. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking a hot minute to talk to us, Amanda. Good luck on the rest of the meet.
Thanks very much, Evan.
Back to you guys, and I'm going to go try to steal Brad Shepard for a little chat.
Still chat.
Kendra Rock, if you're here, can you please go to the back?
I don't know what to do with my hand.
Hey guys, it's Evan. Am I live? Okay, hey guys, it's Evan. I'm back here with Brad Shepard. We really wanted to take a hot second to chat with you because those squats were crazy impressive, and you've got a bit of a reputation for coming out here and just sending it. So, how did the squats go? What's your perception?
Well, today I'm happy. I mean, you can't complain with a 900 plus squat. Not what most people were expecting today, but we do have shell shock coming up in about 4 weeks, so the plan is to save it for shell shock. No excuses though, I did completely fail that 970 I tried. Just bad positioning today. I don't know, something's a little off, but hopefully we can fix it before shell shock.
And I understand that are you still Alberta's strongest man right now?
No, the current, who is the reigning Alberta's strongest man? I don't know, I kind of stepped out of strongman this year to focus on getting that 1,000-pound squat, which thankfully I did a couple weeks ago at Pirates, and hopefully again at shell shock if we can get some work done. But no, I don't hold any strongman titles right now. I think the last one I held was Western Canada's Strongest Man from 2019, and then COVID broke that up, and I think the current is now, I'm not even in the comments, I can't remember.
I was going to ask you how the transition is going out of strongman and into powerlifting. Like, how have you found the switch?
Well, I used to try to do both, and I'm a meat-headed heart, so I thought training 5-6 days a week was the answer. I just thought that's what you had to do to be the best. But after listening to Dr. Seth and Dr. Dan Bell a little bit, they convinced me that training a whole lot less and focusing more on recovery was the way to go. So as soon as I pulled the strongman training out, I slowed down to training really 3 or 4 out of every 9 days, and things just started shooting up. Like I went from low to mid-8 squatting to over 1,000 in the course of about 4 months, which none of us saw coming, but it all kind of worked out, so.
That's awesome. Yeah. How does it feel holding that much weight on your back? People want to know.
Oh, man. Now, it just feels normal, like generally comfortable. But the first times I had this weight on my back as a strongman, running yoke, that kind of stuff. And I strongly say strongman, do strongman before powerlifting, build up that solid core. Because yeah, you get used to running with a 1,000-pound yoke, when you throw that 800-pound bar on your back, it feels like nothing. But yeah, the first time you pick that 1,000-pound yoke up, yeah, you notice it.
How are you feeling about bench, going into bench press?
Bench is coming back. Like I used to be low 5s bencher. Tore something under my shoulder blade, about 3 years ago. So I've been climbing back, but I'm hoping to be back low 5s by shell shock. We should be high 4s today though. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes a little better than those squats went.
Gotcha. And then deadlift, any kind of projections on how that's going to go?
No, we're not going to talk about deadlifts. Everybody knows about my deadlifting. I'm pretty sure right now I have the highest gap, second highest gap, between where my squat is and my deadlift is in unopened powerlifting. So that's a record that I kind of want to get away from.
That's how I feel about bench for myself.
Yeah, everybody's got 2 lifts, and it's usually not the 2 you want to be the good lifts.
What's your perception on the strength community? Like, how do you find it, and what's your thoughts on that?
I love it, and I love the direction it's going. Like, a lot of people have the misconceptions of, like, the old school, I'm not going to name what gyms because I'll get eaten alive, but be aggressive, get mad, throw stuff, swear, yell at people. That doesn't happen anymore. It is the most inviting, welcoming community. Like, people try to demonize us a little bit, but I've never met a more welcoming community, more friends. Everywhere we go, like, it's hard to focus on the meets when you're smiling and just hanging out with people you haven't seen in a few months.
There's a lot of people out there that are probably on the fence about trying powerlifting or strength sports, and I think some of them get intimidated because they see how incredibly strong some of the people are. Is there any advice that you'd give to new people on how to approach getting involved?
Get in, if it's something you really want to do, find one of the gyms that has the big meatheads at it. And don't be afraid, like, come up, talk to us. If we're busy, we'll tell you to wait a few minutes, but come lift with us. Like, I have no problem. If you're lifting 135 and I'm lifting 800, it's just more plates you have to move. But, yeah, no, you just want to be around some stronger people. And don't look at it as like, oh, I'll do it when I can win. Look at it like a marathon. you're going in, you're setting a personal best, you're setting another personal best, and if you keep doing that over the course of 10, 12 years, you're going to be the top guy. It's just, it's a little bit of skill, a little bit of genetics, but it's really consistency over time. That's it. Well, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I really appreciate you taking a minute to chat with us, Brad, and I wish you the best of luck for the rest of today. Good luck, Dave, and I hope I didn't sound too ridiculous. No, you sounded great. Thanks so much. Back to you, Jeff.
What's up, guys? It's Evan here. I am in the bustling metropolis of Nanton in southern Alberta for the WRPF Nationals. Can't wait to bring you guys the best rock and roll sports broadcast in powerlifting history. Tune in, let's go. Let's see what the city has to offer. Look at the size of that thing. Look at that one. Look at that one. They're everywhere. Wow! 12 o'clock high! Look out! Let's go! That's a bombardier, right? No, front. Oh, we were down at the store and they said, if you're in Alberta, you gotta have a dip. And I said, what's a dip? Yeah, I want a dip. We're supposed to swallow it, right?
Man, I don't think you're supposed to swallow it.
No?
No.
Oh man, I don't feel so good. Decidedly Fit, let's go! Leslie Gurr here from Decidedly Fit. Leslie is one of our WRPF officials and a significant coach in the sport.
So we have 23 athletes in total coming out of the Nanton area that train out of Decidedly Fit, ranging from the ages of 11 up to 71.
It seems to me like there's a pretty good culture here for the strength community. I think a lot of that is due to people like yourself and Jenny McMasters, who we'll talk to in a little bit.
Absolutely.
What's your perception on that? How has it grown in the last couple of years in Nanton?
Jenny and I started in Big Jim's Little Gym, which was a little gym in a garage here in town. And suddenly we decided maybe she was strong. And she was. She broke a world record her first meet out. I decided to open this, wasn't even sure if it would work, thought we could put a restaurant in if it didn't. And it's worked. It's been a great adventure for us. We're 6 years in now. You can contact me on Instagram, Facebook, Decidedly Fit webpage. Instagram's probably the easiest one. Just message me on Decidedly Fit. I have an intake form that we put everybody through and get you started, and then we try to do one-on-one if we can get to you in person, but if not, we can still do it through video. Modern world. What you'll find is if you walked into a meet with no experience, is they would 100% welcome you into the community. They would help you the day of the meet. Most people are willing to help you get on the platform and off the platform.
Thought it would be great to show you what the coaches are looking for, what the judges are looking for in a squat. So we'll get Leslie to quickly walk me through a squat. Let's go.
Wait, let me just show you how to squat.
No, I can do this. I can do
Okay, I think we should.
Okay. Yeah, I probably need some help.
Okay, so first off, you want to get your feet rooted into the floor so you're not swimming around here like spaghetti legs.
Okay.
Okay, so I call it corkscrewing the feet. So corkscrew your feet in, okay? Second piece, from here to here in a squat never changes. So when you go down, nothing changes when you squat from there. You don't lean forward, you don't close it, you don't shorten it.
Right.
Okay? Third, brace your core. So when we brace our core, we think of it as a cylinder and we fill the whole cylinder with air. Not up here, down there. Okay, can I show you?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be better.
So we're gonna come out of the rack, step back, slow and controlled, root the feet, root the legs in, brace your core. Drive down, notice that distance doesn't change the whole squat. And rock.
I'm a professional, guys. If you're watching at home, I'm a professional.
We're gonna get him in his first
I'll
meet.
get there, I'll get there.
sometime. Okay. So you're gonna root those feet.
All right.
We're gonna brace the legs, brace that core. Now keep that chest high so your sternum to your belly button doesn't change. Much better. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. Why not?
Is that a record? That was a record, right?
That must be a record.
You guys saw that, right?
you guys waiting around to see what's going to happen next. Bench press is what's next. That's what's happening. Welcome back. I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, Marv, Henry. You can follow our Instagram too. I'm seeing the followers come through, so I love that. And don't forget to like the video if you guys appreciate this free broadcast we're putting on. And yeah, hit that subscribe button too. So bench press is about to get started. What would you say are the pitfalls of a bench press?
Well, there's a couple things that...
No pun intended, the pitfalls.
There's a lot of things that people have to think about when benching. So there's like, obviously like missing the commands, and then even your butt coming off the bench as you're pressing. So the one with the commands is like you have an active message on that, you have a start, press, wrap. So you got to make sure that you're listening to that head judge, making sure that you're not rushing anything, because if you do miss, especially the press instructors are also putting chalk on their back basically to prevent them from sliding down because a lot of benches are quite slippery and because you're not allowed to wear any grip t-shirts or anything, the chalk basically acts as sort of gripper. Unfortunately, her lift was not to the right heights. You can see that she actually tried to put the bar back
Now it's working. Still sounds going on faces on the screen.